How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You're in Georgia.
Yes, sir.
Where are you at?
I'm like an hour north of Atlanta in a little town called
Okay.
Cumming.
Okay.
Can't make, yeah, can't make that up.
No, no. I mean, I'm from I was born in California, but I'm from a little tiny town island called Wrangell, south of where I'm at now in Alaska.
Okay,
So I get it.
okay,
I mean, it's not southern, but it's still a small town. So
right.
it's still pretty country.
Gotcha.
Gia, thanks for coming on conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for
Uh,
having me.
let's start off. What do you do? What is your thing?
My thing is modeling, entertaining people, being the spokesperson for things. So just whatever they need. Yeah, that's mainly what I do.
And how long you been doing this?
I started my very first modeling job was October of 2023. I helped a girlfriend out. Somebody didn't show up and I didn't know what I was doing. I've loved models for as long as I can remember, but never got into it. I had seen my friend model for many years. And so I helped her out and the photographer who took our pictures said, "Oh, everybody's going to go crazy over you." And I'm like, "Me? Like, no, 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 no." I didn't believe him. And so then I went to massage therapy school for 6 months, and I had a couple photographers like wanting to shoot me. I didn't know what it all entailed again. So I was like, let me wait till I get out of school. And so I got out of school and did my first shoot in a old dilapidated church. And I was blown away by how I looked in the pictures. And I'm like, well, maybe I can do this. And it literally just took off from there. So I've just been a very busy girl.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
What do you get out of it? What do you enjoy from doing it?
Hey, I'm a Leo, so I'm a very like creative person. I taught for 12 years. I was always engaging with my students. I taught pre-K. So you have
Oh,
to be
wow.
very like out there and entertaining or you're not going to get that 4-year-old's attention. And so it's like with everything I do, I kind of bring that creativity and that interest to my job. And people say all the time, "You make it so fun." And then when they find out I like used to be a teacher, they're like, "Oh, that's where you got so and so from," or "This is why, you act like a kid," or
So you
however they act.
so you feel compelled to teach?
Just feel like I want to bring my creativity, my personality. Like I want to make it fun. I have this one photographer, he's like, "You should have been called Goofy, Gia Marie, not Gorgeous, because all you are goofy, and it's just laughter's the best medicine." So I just love like bringing my concepts and my ideas to life. And about 3 months after I started, modeling, my friend introduced me to a studio, and I've worked there ever since. And they let me do my creative thing. I create the sets. We talk about each month what we're going to be doing, and I just love it. So when I am in the pictures, I can also say like, "Hey, I made that huge Easter basket," or whatever the theme is at that
Right.
time. So it's just fun. I've met so many people. It's just been
Yeah,
a severe blessing.
that's cool. I have to admit the reason what caught my eye is that, yeah, like, your pictures are pretty fun and you're having a good time. The thing I noticed coming back is that emulation of teenage girl looking androgyny,
Yes.
in general action and everything. It's like we're bringing back heroin chic from the '70s and '90s.
Yeah.
Um, and and so you have now, I don't know how old you are, but, I have I have 2 friends and one of them's 65, the other person is their 40s, and they're doing adult entertainment, but more so it's the fact that it's not just adult entertainment, it's just, in general, there's a whole now genre niche for people, especially women, are older, who are in their 40s on up, even
Yes.
70. It doesn't even matter.
Yes,
And
yeah.
so to me, that's great. And you don't have to look at pictures where you feel like you're gonna get busted because they just look so gross and incriminating and very Epsteinish.
Yes.
So it's nice, cool. Like I, appreciate you or what you do. So I think it's great. And
Yeah.
you know, I don't know if you have people coming up to you and going, "Wow, your pictures are fun. You're inspiring because you make me want to be free and like not repress myself from whatever the fuck society's crazy standards are."
Yeah. It's, I am 48. I know I don't look it, but that, we're Italian.
I would
My
have said
dad
30.
I mean 30. But my dad, he always had to bring his license out all the time because people never believed how old he was. And so, yeah, at 46 when this happened, I'm like, what in the hell, because growing up, Christina Brinkley, people like that, it was blonde hair, blue eyes. And my mom said, if you're not blue eyes, blonde hair, you can't be a model.
Right.
And I'm like, what? I'm over here with
My
my
yeah.
hazel
My
eyes and
mom
my dark hair.
My mom was I was raised by an older woman, so her era is the '50s,
Okay.
and her standard for a guy was clean cut, clean shave and all that,
Yep.
and that women it's like she was voluptuous, she was curvy and all that, and she wanted to be tall and thin because that's what society told her to be. So it's just bullshit and that mindset. And she told me that too. If I was a girl, especially when I got older, I actually started to date more curvier people, and she didn't get that. And yeah, my friend called the '80s the era of the skinny white girl because it was
I
just that's all you saw in our society.
It's true. I mean, and like Kate Moss made this heroin chic thing
Right.
happen, and it was all these
In the
baby doll
'90s.
tops and the low-rise jeans. And even at that age,
Right.
I was not there. Like, it was so
Yeah.
strict. I was constantly exercising. I could not get there. My body is not built that way. And
I was
so
gonna
after
say, are you even built like that? Like,
no, I'm
is that even
not.
realistic?
My sister is, and that's the hard part. She's 10 years younger and she is built like that. And then people look at me and they look at my sister and it's like, no, you got size 2 and you got size 12. And so it's like, a few years ago, I was like, I've always loved exercising, but I got into weightlifting. And so I was lifting weights
Oh,
and
wow.
really like, looking good. And that's where the modeling started. And I thought, without weightlifting, like I really can't keep up my good physique because not that I have anything against it, but I have no plastic surgery. I don't have anything done to me. I don't have fake anything on me. So it's like I want to try to keep that as long as I can, before, if I have to go down that route one day, and then maybe. But like right now, I've been blessed not
Yeah.
to have that. But it pisses me off so bad that heroin chic is back because I've met so many models through this whole entire thing where yeah, we're not like the size 0 and we are sexy and we are fun and we have curves and it's like all the guys around me, any kind of fans or anybody I talk to, they're all like, "Oh, we like the curvy girls." And I'm like, "Well, tell the rest of the world because we all think you
Right.
guys want these skinny, super skinny girls with breast implants and it's just I will never look like that. That will never be me." So I finally kind of accepted myself about 3 years ago and went like, "This is it. I'm not gonna be the size 2 girl. Like it's just not gonna happen."
You gotta love you.
Yep.
I mean, seriously. And
Yeah.
that's, it's funny you said the weightlifting. Like, I've seen a lot of videos where there's the whole genre of muscle babes,
Yes.
bodybuilders, but there's a lot of videos of people, women working out and toning, not getting skinny, but toning. They're
Right.
heavy set and then they start to chisel away through weightlifting. And so it gives them more
Yes.
definition, but they don't lose the curves. They don't lose their
Exactly.
natural physique.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah.
healthier.
Yes, exactly. And, my mom said, "You were always my one child that loved to exercise and you always stuck with it." She's like, "Even when you had a break, like you always went back." She's like, "Your brother and sister aren't like that." And I was like, "Well, yeah." I was like, "Exercising is just part of my life and everything." I get up and I do it. It's just part of my day. It's like an appointment every day. It's just something I don't think about. I'm like, anybody has time. You just have to make that time.
Right. My wife and I are like, we slack because we're older and we have grandbabies. So it's getting nicer us, so we don't have any excuse. It's the
Yeah.
discipline because I did it one time. I got scared because I got blood pressure issues. So I one time went to the hospital because of chest pain. So I got scared and I got all motivated. And I did Pilates for a month and shit. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
lost my guy. So of course I lost the weight like instantaneous. And but the feeling of things starting to I know my women friends are like, really? Doesn't take you shit, does it? Like, no, like, sorry. And
Right.
so, but my gut went down and in it, and that feeling. And then, of course, to be honest with you, the reaction I got was just like, oh, cool. But whoa, when I gained weight too as I worked the office. And like this woman who was like supposed to be my little like mother, in the office, she was all sweet to me. She's like, "Guy, you gained weight," and she's chubby. My ex-girlfriend's sister, who's tall and she's shaped like a pear with a big
Yeah.
booty, and she starts laughing. Oh, you gained weight, and all these people. And my guy friend, man, look at you all. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Now I know what women feel like, or gay men. I know what that pressure
Exactly.
is, and so I worked out and I lost weight, and I was like, "Fuck it, man."
Exactly.
But
Yeah, you
that
men,
fucking
you don't use coffee creamer and you
animosity
lose 30
kills me.
pounds.
Right.
It's so
So
true.
are you it's sick, and I never understood my mom. She battled that shit, but my mom was like a voluptuous woman, and
Yeah.
I would tell her that because she'd be like, "Yeah, I wish." I'm like, "Mom, but you're not. You're a curvy woman." She's like, "Don't talk to me that way." I'm like, "No, but you're physically built."
Yeah.
So I don't know. And so, where are you from? Are you from Georgia? Were you born out there, or where are you from?
I was born in Mississippi and then grew up in Pennsylvania. My dad got transferred, so I spent most of my life
Okay.
there, and then from high school on, I was in Georgia. So, yeah, like a little bit of the North accent comes out when I get mad. But yeah, so
Yeah. What
mm,
uh what are some of your goals with this? Do you have any like business goals or career,
yeah,
kind
I
of
would
objectives or
it's tough because when I graduated massage school, like I just thought like I was going to be so successful in massage and everything, and I built my own massage studio in my house, and all these things. But life has other plans. My mom got sick with cancer. I had to move in and take care of her. She passed in December. So, like, a lot of things have just been, like, on the back burner and everything. So it's like I gotta get back into I just opened my business when my mom found out she had cancer. And so it's like I
I'm
wanna
sorry to
do
hear
my
that.
mas Yeah, thank you. I wanna do my massage business, and then from modeling, yeah, I would love for modeling to pay my bills, and I would love to see where it goes. And when my mom wrote me a letter before she died, she said, "I want to see how far you can go." Like she's like, "Just go, go, go." You
Oh,
know. And I was
yeah.
like, amazing, because that's not how my family's always been. So, the last year, my mom really was like, okay, like I'm gonna be okay with this. And she saw just a bunch of my pictures and she just loved it. And I don't know, I would love to see where I could go with this, but, like, as modeling paying your bills, it doesn't pay the bills. You do make great money, but it's not enough money to survive on, so you definitely, need that fallback and everything. So, but
Right.
I wanna audition, I wanna do voiceovers, I wanna just see where it goes.
Really?
Like, I would even be on reality TV, I don't care. Like, so,
You
I don't know. I feel
well,
so blessed these past 2 years. I have met people, I've gone places, I'm part of a studio, I've, like, met hundreds of people from all over, like, one time in December, I was in changing into this ball gown, and the photographer was talking to another photographer, and he's like, "I love Gia. She works with everybody, and she's so nice and kind and funny." And he's like, "You just don't get that." And so it's like, I don't know, I feel like with a good mindset and, healthy thinking, healthy thoughts, being kind, creative, just hopefully I can see where it goes, but I have been not been able to, like, really go out and do what I need to do because of my mom, and so it's like, now that that has passed, it's like, I'm gonna do what she said and just try to do whatever I can. I'm trying to not fall into the OnlyFans life and stuff, and it's not that that's a bad
Well,
thing or anything, you know? I sell
are
pictures and
are you
things,
doing
but
that or no?
no, I
Okay.
have an account reserved, but I have not gone that way because I don't know, I'm just seeing like, "Okay, can I do this without doing something like that?" You know?
Right.
So,
Well,
yeah.
I'm sure there's other platforms that aren't adult entertainment, or you just want to model, or
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah, I
there's
just wanna
something
try
else.
to model and, keep it clean, and not fall down that rabbit hole because, like, other models I've spoken to, they said it gets more and more dangerous, like, customers and everybody push you like, "Oh, you need that Brazilian butt lift. Oh, you need this, you need that. Oh, they want you with 2 and 3 guys." It's like, "No," like, no, no, no. And it's like, it just gets, like, too much, and they lose themselves, and all the money they're making go to, like, body repairs for them, and I'm like, "No, thanks." Like, it just doesn't sound fun.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's now you have this look of someone when they get so much, they're super hourglass, where literally they're like their waist is this
Yes.
big, and then they got a
Yes.
big booty, and they have big breasts, and their proportions are all and fake everything. And I don't, whatever,
Oh, yeah.
if that's what you want to do, I don't, but it's
Sure.
like just become this caricature of a voluptuous person, but it's like you're not really. And then you could just see. And yeah, there's a big, there's always going to be pressure, especially at you as a woman. They're going to
Oh, yeah.
try to mold you, and you could be like, "Fuck off!" Like my
Yes.
name isn't you. Like I'm me. You got to
Right.
be Italian. You got to stereotype
It's
them. Hey,
true.
shut the fuck up, huh?
Sleep with the
Fuck off,
fishes.
eh? You know,
Yes.
Dale Connie, shut the fuck up.
I know, right? It's true. Yeah. I don't
I
know. I
I
don't know if
worked I worked yeah I worked at this beer garden in Chicago, and it was run by literally all mafia. And I'm not stereotyping or anything, just because it was, but
yeah.
it literally was because my one boss one time, they were thugs, like they were really like they would threaten people. But one time my coworker was joking, and my other boss, he goes, "I'll slap the teeth out of your fucking face." I was like, all right. And yeah, and they liked me, luckily. Like,
Yeah.
they would joke, but yeah, it was all yelling and, "Hey, Deal Connie. Hey, Deal Connie, what the fuck you doing, huh? Huh? What the fuck?" And that was just like, "Hey, you hungry? You want some food? What the you
Yeah.
dress like shit. Why don't you dress nice? Come on." So
Yep. Yep. They're nothing to
so
play with. Uh,
but yeah, I saw your profile. I thought, you'd be interesting, and I appreciate you responding, and I wanted to talk to somebody who models, and I because talked to tons of porn stars, comedians,
yeah.
but I like to get people in, from different genres or facets of entertainment. I don't
Oh, yeah,
discriminate. I
definitely.
think, and not just entertainment, but like I talked to one woman, and she's a shrink. Another person is it's like a writer, a couple writers, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Um, but you said voice work.
Yeah, I don't know. I always
Um,
loved, like, the radio, things like that, and a couple years ago, I met one of the guys off the radio, and he was like, "You have such a good radio voice. You're really missing your calling right now." So, it's just weird, like, I believe it
right.
if it's meant to be, it'll be, but, yeah, I've always dreamt about sort of a podcast, something like that,
Well,
telling my stories.
I you should. I mean, you should, I'm sure somebody will, there's so many people, it's like, you should put your story if you want out there. But I have another podcast that's a radio that's a a fake radio show from the '90s, and I always cast people to play callers. You leaving? I love you. And I cast people to play callers, and it takes place in Chicago in the '90s. And in the background, at first, there's a civil war going on, and then later it escalates to magic. And so you'll have people call in who are monsters, who are fairies, or
Oh,
just
I love that.
everyday people. And so I might hit you up,
Yes.
with an idea, and then you let me know. The only thing is I can't pay. I don't have a budget because
Right.
this is all off, me.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I could, I would. Because a lot of people are like, I need 5 grand. I'm like, oh fuck, So I do stuff myself, and
Yeah.
I wish,
Yeah.
but
I hear
I
you.
can't. Like, cause I hit up, uh, what's her name? She was Pee Wee Herman's friend. She's done a lot of stuff. I can't remember her name. EG something. Anyway, I hit her
Okay.
up, but they all cost money, even people who are like
Yeah.
rated actors, they all want, so porn stars too, they're just like, want some cash. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's like, did you burp or did you fart? I want 5 grand. It's like, you know what? I can't do that. I'm
Right.
sorry. I wish. My wife, plus she's like, don't be paying anybody for shit.
Right.
We're not
Right.
paying, and we're not a movie studio. And I'm like, fuck, man, this is hard. So, but
I
yeah,
know.
I'll hit
Yeah.
you up and all that. And what else? Do you have any stories, or you have anything you want to talk about or say?
Um,
Or
no, I mean, I was in a movie back in September, so that was pretty cool. I got to be like a
what?
brothel girl.
Oh, where was it? What kind of movie?
It's still in the works. It's called Two Roads. So we filmed it back in September. So the girl had actually auditioned for the part and they called her name and she didn't stand up. And then the director called my name. He's like, "Can you do this line?" And I'm like, "Well, okay." I was really nervous. And so I had to go up and, like, seduce him. I had to touch him and, like, "Oh, can I get you anything else?" And I bring all these bottles of bourbon to the table and, and I was so nervous, and I'm like, "I know how to flirt, goddammit," but it wasn't coming out until, like, the 5th or 6th take, and so,
Oh
when
my
after
god!
that
Like,
was
if
so
you could
bad,
get used
I'm like
if you could get used to that, then you'd be fine, because you know how many.
yeah,
I mean, that's like so common. Is like, you're a human being. You're not a machine, so
no.
you're not gonna be perfect every time. I mean,
Oh,
you have to
yeah.
be realistic.
It was funny because the
But that's
director said
fun.
out loud, he's like, Every time we take a take, her flirting gets better." And we were in this saloon, and it was a cowboy movie, and the whole entire saloon, like, busted out laughing. We were all laughing our asses off, and I'm like, "Okay, yeah." But it's like,
Are
that was
you
my
did
first
you
experience.
did you get to dress up in like a old school like dress with like
Oh, yeah.
flowing?
Yeah, we
Did you
had
like that stuff?
costumes. Oh, yeah, like, it was pretty neat. The cowboy thing's not really my jam, but I really felt it that day. It was amazing, but, yeah, we all had on these brothel outfits with these big corsets, and, I mean, you were sitting at this bar for hours on end, and, yeah, it was quite the experience. It was exhausting. We had, like, a 16-hour day, so
Hell
it was
yeah.
good. It was good.
I when I was in my 20s, I lived with this guy, and he was a film student, and he got word of a rock video by the band. Oh, I'm a stoner, so my memory's fucked. Um. Anyway, there's a rock band, and it's gonna come to me later. Uh. Anyway, did the film. It was like
Yeah.
12-hour day, and I swear to God, I got paid for it. Got fed. I look back now, I'm like, I should have pursued just doing work on set, like not even like any role, just being an extra.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 it was
That
weird. I
shit
went
is
from an
fun.
extra
That
to
whole type
speaking.
of work, though.
Yeah, yeah. It is, and again, it's not gonna pay the bills, it's like, it's so hard. Anything you wanna do creatively is never gonna pay the bills. I don't understand
Oh
that.
yeah, right. Nothing's. Yeah, it's you gotta pay for everything yourself, and
Yeah,
everything is. Yeah, yeah. It's everything's like expensive. especially as an
It is.
adult. Everything's fun when you're younger, but when you get older, you
Yes, I
got more
know.
expensive hobbies.
It's true. Yep. Yep.
Well, sweet. So, what's happening now with you? What's going on?
Uh, nothing really. We're gonna be shooting some stuff coming up for July 4th, so I know that's in the works. And then
Nice,
the studio, we're all headed for Miami Swim Week, the week of the
nice.
18th. So we are headed down there. So there's gonna be lots of good stuff happening there. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's about it so far. I'm gonna get my headshots done. My studio will do that, and then just try my hand out there, see what I can get, see
Do
what
you
else can come my way.
do you have an agent or a manager? Have you got that far yet, or
No, I have not gotten that far yet. My mom took up like a whole year of my life, and then my siblings and I had to get the house on the market and had to clear the house out. So it's like all of that. I was modeling in between all of that, from what I do have. And so finally, it's like we finished up yesterday. And so it's like now I finally feel like, okay, like let me get my headshots done. Let me see what can happen. So I'm finally just at that stage now. Yeah.
that's exciting. I mean, to me, that's from just listening to you, that's exciting to hear. Like, that's something, that to me is like my wet dream is to have it where I could travel to go do things that I want to do, that
Uh-huh.
I have fun, that you're good at, and so more big ups to you, and that's great, and as long as you're enjoying yourself and you're safe and nobody's fucking
Yeah.
disrespecting you, I more power to you.
Yeah. 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 I'm big on model safety, big time. That's one of the things I love about being at my studio is that when other female models like see me, they're like, "Oh, great, there's a girl here." Because I mean, the majority of photographers are men. I literally only have worked with 3 female photographers. So there's not that many. And you have to be careful and you always have to call other models, talk to your photographers and say, "Hey, have you worked with this guy?" Because you never ever know. So, there's been a couple scary situations, but it's like I was virginal too at the time and just going off by somebody's Instagram going, "Oh, but they take all these pictures and they have 30,000 followers. They're not going to be psychotic."
Right.
And then you show up and it's a whole nother story. And you're like, "Oh my God." And so it's like I've
Do
learned
you
that too.
do you do you have anybody that goes with you, like, for like safety reasons for
It's
these to these?
funny. I don't because I will kick your ass, but, like, it's funny, but I am the
Oh,
muscle for another model, and she doesn't go anywhere without me, and she's like, "No, no, I need to make sure Gia can go." And so she's like, "Yeah, you're my muscle." But yeah, normally you do want to bring somebody, but I check out everybody I work with so freaking thoroughly that like I don't go off with anybody I don't know or just because you say you're an award winning whatever, like I don't care. I need somebody to vouch for you. I need to talk to the last model you shot, things like that. Because a lot of these situations, men, especially like the younger guys, they take it the wrong way and they think just because you're doing a sexy photo shoot in a hotel or something, oh, that means I'm going to get something at the
right.
end. And it's like, it
Yeah,
just seems to be like the younger photographers, not saying it can't be older ones, but it's dangerous. You have to watch out for yourself all the time.
right.
If you don't feel comfortable,
Yeah,
go.
yeah, go. Like, why do you have to
Yeah.
put up with that shit? I just,
No.
I watched this documentary about OnlyFans, and it was an equally opinionated, like both sides documentary. Some people have good experiences, some people have bad. And one woman was saying that she was younger, and they started. It was a team. It was a double team of guys, and one guy's talking for the other guy. I guess was like the producer or whatever, and they just started to get her drunk, and
Yeah.
just started to get really even creepier, and so it's just I'm sure that's not the only time that shit goes on. So it's like you really gotta. I feel like there should be security. You know, like my girl, my not my girl, but my friend who's a woman. Her husband goes with her
Yeah,
because she does shoots and she actually does. You know, she actually hooks up with dudes and people. So she brings her
yeah,
husband for
okay,
protection.
absolutely.
So,
Yeah, you always have to have
but
that safety barrier, like, always look out for you. Never I mean, it's fine, people can say this or that about that person, but still, I don't know, I have a creepometer that kinda goes off, so I
right.
I listen to that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, any part of the entertainment industry is just so sleazy. So I would just, you know, you want to take
Yes,
precautions.
absolutely.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Gia, I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, absolutely, thanks for having me.
And I'll there's some parts. Thank you, Gia. You have a good day and you
Alright,
take care, all
thank
right?
you. Alright, you too. Thank you. Bye.
Live long, prosper.
Alright. Yep, bye.